this is our town. We control this market. You can't come in here and just start selling weed to our customers or coke or whatever. And this is our money. You're taking money out of our mouth. So if you want to operate, then you got to cut us in on it. We'll help you with the cops. We'll help keep the cops off you. If anyone's investigating you and we find out, we'll tip you off. You go to jail, we'll help you out. But you got to pay it. So I think that was one of the things that I did, shake down this kind of no-name drug dealers that were connected. But in Detroit, there's a million of those all over Detroit, the suburbs. It's just an endless supply of those. But a lot of people in the Italian community, they knew exactly who we were, and we weren't, for any games. So they knew. So they sent me. And it was serious. Things could go bad real fast. Sometimes they did.
You mentioned Giacalone. Wasn't he supposedly involved in the Jimmy Hoffa hit?
Yeah, it was Tony Giacalone. That's what I'm talking about. He was going to meet Jimmy Hoffa the day Hoffa disappeared. He is the man that Hoffa was going to meet the day Hoffa disappeared. But they tricked the FBI. What you don't know, but I do, because my friend Scott Bernstein, he's the expert. He's the world's foremost expert on Jimmy Hoffa. He also wrote the book called Motor City Mafia, which is about my family.
I watched.
He wrote a bunch of other books, Mafia Prince, and yeah, he's good. So he told me that the way they played it, dude, these guys are absolutely brilliant geniuses. And anyone wants to listen, go to my YouTube show. And anything I do with Scott Bernstein, I'm doing a mini series right now called about the Detroit Mob. I think we're 2 or 3 episodes in, and we talk about some of the genius mastermind crap that they did. Like the one we just talked about in the last show was there was this dude named Fionas. He was a black drug dealer who came up under the Giacalones. The guy got busted, and so he decides he's going to flip. He wasn't even busted yet, but they just said, put him in a room and said, we're coming. Full court press. You're being indicted. You're going to be researched. Now, you can make this go away if you testify against Giacalones, and this other dude will put you in witness protection. So he said, okay, give me 48 hours. I got to get things in order. I got to get my wife and my baby kid. So 48 hours, they put him. This is going to be hard to believe for you. It's going to be absolutely hard to believe. The Giacalone brothers had somebody on the inside with the feds, right? So they arranged for this dude Fionas to be kept in a hotel upstairs from a party that they were hosting. The whole mob was downstairs at a party, Tony Giacalone's 40th anniversary party. They were having downstairs in the Ritz-Carlton, while upstairs 2 FBI agents were protecting this informant. And what happened is there was a 10-minute window when this team of FBI left and a new team of FBI were coming, and an assassin slipped through that 10-minute window, kicked in the door, slit the guy's throat, zip-tied and hog-tied his freaking wife and kid, walked out of there and left. Now, when the next FBI comes, 7 minutes later, there's a dead dude there. They got him. Now, if that's not a brilliant freaking mastermind move, I don't know what to tell you, but that's the type of stuff that these Giacalone brothers did. They were freaking brilliant masterminds, very, very dangerous. Hoffa was their guy. Hoffa was basically the Giacalone's puppet and Jack Toco's puppet. And he did whatever they said. When he started talking about, I'm going to rid the Teamsters of the Mafia, yada, yada, yada. Of course, the Detroit Mafia had more to lose than anybody, because Hoffa had bankrolled 4 casinos for Detroit. So the Teamster Fund had bankrolled 4 casinos for Detroit. One of them got busted. Joe Zarelli got busted skimming, went to prison. That opened the floodgate for the feds. Now they're investigating all these casinos, and they start popping all these mob guys who they're skimming for the casinos. It all started with Detroit. The Detroit guy effed it up. Tony Zarelli got busted. He kind of really put the light on the Vegas casino skims. But it started with the Giacalone brothers. He was a very, very dangerous dude, but he liked me. That's the thing. I got him mad a few times at me because I was skimming his poker players, because I worked security at his poker games. And then I'd see the guys and I'd remember the face and names. Then I'd see him later and say, hey, you want to sit in one of my games? I won't cut every pot. I'll cut every third pot, so the bigger payout. And before you know it, I got 5, 6 guys playing poker with me, and then they're not going to Tony's regular game. And then Tony finds out and asks them, hey, why you guys aren't playing my game? He's like, oh, I'm playing your nephew's game, man. He's only cutting every third pot, bigger payout. So he has a sit down with me and tells me to stop. Do I do it again? Like a month later, I get another sit down with me, and he's like, "How much you cut out that pot?" It's all he says. How much did you cut out that pot? I was with my grandpa, sitting with my grandpa Toko and Tony Giacalone at my grandparents' house at the kitchen table. He says, "How much you cut?" All he says is, "I'm like, hey, what's up, Tony? How you doing?" He's like, "How much you cut out that pot?" Now I know I'm in trouble, and I'm like, 5. He's like, "Go, give me 6." He's like, "Go get it. I'll wait." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And I looked at my grandpa, and he's like, freaking 6, man. I didn't even have the money. So I had to go borrow the freaking money from my friend who owned a bar and a restaurant and get the money and give it to him. Now, the third time I did it, my grandpa sat me down and said, "Stop. I can't help you if you keep doing this. You're going to get in a lot of trouble." So I stopped. And Tony didn't talk to me for like a year. He didn't really, not that he just didn't talk to me. He just didn't call me. He didn't have me do anything. Then I saw him at a party and started laughing about something and talking. He said, "Yeah, swing by the club, man. Well, you got something for you to do." And before you know it, I'm back doing collections for him and stuff like that. So, but anyways, yeah, he was a bad mofo.